You know, when a man comes to the end of his career, when you announce your retirement, there's all kinds of feelings and thoughts that come to your mind, Adam Pearce. After my announcement that this is going to be my last match, after I went out and challenged you and you accepted and the paperwork was signed, the outpouring of emotion, well-wishers, what could have been, what should have been, what was, has been phenomenal. But it still comes down to June 2nd, Adam Pearce. Everybody knows that I'm a big sports fan. Everybody knows I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. Everybody knows I like boxing. Everybody knows I like MMA. I'm a big movie fan as well. I like the movies. The other day, I was in my beautiful house with my beautiful wife, and a movie called Bull Durham came on Netflix. Now, if you've never seen Bull Durham, it is a story about a man named Crash Davis, who was a minor league baseball player his whole career, and he was a damn good baseball player, but never quite made it up to the major leagues for any length of time. The reasoning why, no one could explain. The reason he couldn't stay there, no one could explain. It was just one of those things that happen in life. See, the cream doesn't always rise to the top, Adam Pearce, and we know that in wrestling better than anything. Crash Davis spent his whole career in the minor leagues, hopping from minor league team to minor league team, from small town to small town, playing in front of medium to small size crowds. Whenever somebody needed an experienced veteran to come in and work with the young kids and show them what it was like to be a professional wrestler, he did it. Or a baseball player, he did it. That's me. That is the career of Michael Strider. Never made it to the big leagues, never made it to the big show for any length of time, but I hopped around from town to town and place to place because I loved professional wrestling just like Crash Davis and Bull Durham loved baseball. Now, Adam Pearce, if that's my lot in life and that's how I'm supposed to go out, then fine. I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory, and I'm going to take you along for the ride and make you an example. Because what most people don't understand, Adam Pearce, is that you at one time were the big shot caller for the third biggest professional wrestling organization in this country called Ring of Honor. Now, at that time, you had the opportunity to come to the Midwest and see talent like myself. Don't like them, but you had talent like Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling at your beck and call. But did you take a chance? Did you give Kansas City and St. Louis wrestling even the biggest, smallest chance to come and perform? We're better than your boys. I'm better than you are. But no, you stuck to the status quo. You booked people from New York. You booked people from LA. And you left the Midwest alone. So still, you had your chance to showcase the world the talent that we have here, but yet you refused for whatever reason you want to give and whatever reason you could find in your heart. But now I'm mad. I'm at the end of my career. I realize I'm never going to grab that huge brass ring, and I am very pissed off about it, Adam Pearce. So June 2nd, in my final match, in front of my family, in front of my friends, in front of every single member of the Strider Nation within a 1,000-mile radius, I'm going to make you pay for your sins and the sins of the professional wrestling world that's neglected the Kansas City wrestling scene for so long. I'm not in the shape I used to be. I don't have the heart that I used to have, but this fist still works, and that knee still works, and this mind still works, and this heart still beats blood. And if you want to beat me on June 2nd in my last match in my hometown, Adam Pearce, please come ready to kill me, because that's what it's going to take.
You know, I've come to expect a lot of things in life, but one of those things was not to hear a grown man cry And certainly not you, Michael Strider, but that's exactly what I got, didn't I? Here you are, on the cusp of retirement, looking to walk out of an industry that you've given so many years to, and all you could think to talk about is how that proverbial glass ceiling was so close for you to break through, but you just couldn't do it. Pathetic. I listened to it more than once because I could not believe my ears. Or if someone had a box of tissues and Kleenex, maybe you could dab the tears running down your face. Well, come June 2nd, if you show up with that same pathetic, tired dog outlook, you have something else running down your face. In fact, you might want to think twice about showing up, because all you've done with that piece of sob story has made my job a hell of a lot easier. Because I now know on June 2nd, when I look across the ring from you, that I'm going to see a defeated man. Your attitude says that you're done. And we all knew that after June 2nd you would be. But I didn't expect that in the weeks prior, looking at the biggest match of your life, that you'd already had quit. Here's a little bit of advice. I'm 4 times the heavyweight champion of the world, something you know all too well. If you step in a ring with me at the Turner Rec in Kansas City on June 2nd, with self-loathing in the pit of your stomach as opposed to a fire burning in your heart, you're in for one hell of a rough night. So between now and then, I'd urge you to get up in the morning and look in the mirror and gaze into your eyes. Find something that used to make you tick. Find something that used to make you the warrior that I presumed you to be. And you bring that with you on June 2nd because of the people in them stands at the Turner Rec, those people that lovingly like to chant, Strider Nation. See the look on your face that I saw in that video. They're gonna cry before I even lay a finger on you. I don't want a mouse, Michael Strider, on June 2nd in Turner Rec, Kansas City, Kansas, Metro Pro Wrestling. I want a warrior.
The Turner Recreation Commission is a full-service recreation facility located in Kansas City, Kansas. Program offerings include youth and adult sports, boxing, karate, dance, tumbling, cheerleading, fine arts, childcare, youth and adult fitness classes, 50-plus program, a fitness center, year-round aquatic programs, birthday parties, rentals, and much, much more. For more information about TRC and their programs, please visit their website at turnerrec.org. Metro Pro Wrestling is brought to you in part by Pizza Shuttle, the best pizza place in Lawrence, Kansas since it opened its doors in 1984. Open 7 days a week until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on the weekend. Order online at pizza-shuttle.com or give them a call at 785-842-1212. Pizza Shuttle, a proud sponsor of Metro Pro Wrestling.
Welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling. Here on Metro Sports, it's a huge main event, one of the biggest matches in Metro Pro Wrestling history, the final match of Michael Strider's career, and he's taking on this guy, the jerk, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, Chris.
He's not a jerk, Dave. He's gone to a mountaintop that Michael Strider will never get to because he doesn't have the world title tonight, so Michael Strider will never be the NWA World Champion, but I digress, Dave. This guy won it 4 different times. It is Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, and of course, Stephen J. Gerthy, Dave, the guy that's running for commissioner here at Metro Pro Wrestling. He is in his corner because we saw just a couple of weeks ago in the painting presentation, Dave, that he was going to be in the corner of Adam Pearce, and tonight Michael Strider is going to be accompanied to the ring by a former wrestler here in the Central States and a friend of his, Mason Hunter.
Well, you read a lot of nice accolades for Adam Pearce, Chris. But he's with Stephen J. Gerthy, so nothing you said erases my point that this guy is a huge jerk. Look at him, he has never smiled once in his whole life.
Adam Pearce is, there he's smiling right there.
I don't know if that counts.
He's one of the greatest men
He was
that I
yawning.
know. One of the greatest men I know in the world.
That is a sad statement for your pathetic life.
In and out of wrestling, this guy is unbelievable, Dave. 4-time world champion coming here. He wanted to be a part of this night, Dave. He told me a long time ago, I cannot wait to come in here and wrestle Michael Strider in his final match of his career because I'm going to send him home with another loss to remember, to remind him my last match, Adam Pearce kicked my butt.
Yeah, well, hopefully that won't be the way this story plays out because Michael Strider would like nothing more than to get that revenge. Like I said, he easily could have won either of those first two matches, if not both, against Adam Pearce. You forget very quickly, Chris, how those matches played out.
I just remember they're 0-2. Much like you were talking earlier about how Mark Sterling's winless. This guy's 2-0.
You were making excuses for Sterling, if you recall.
One of our senior referees, Martin Thomas, coming back to referee this match because Michael Strider and him go way back. So I hope he doesn't lean towards Michael Strider, Dave.
I hope he does.
Yeah, you would, because you're a cheater. Michael Strider coming out, new music here for his final match. Michael Strider, this is an emotional time for a lot of the guys in the back. His final match after 15 years in the Central States region. He's gone all around the country, this guy, and his final match was saved for all the fans here in Kansas City.
So an emotional moment for Strider as he walks through that curtain for the final time, taking on one of the toughest foes he's faced in his illustrious career, Adam Pearce. What a moment here.
Look at this. Michael Strider already tearing up, Dave. He just to the stage now.
I think somebody just has onions out there, Chris, in the crowd, that's all.
Look, the crowd has all these 8x10 shots of Michael Strider. The photo, the artwork by Rob Schamberger, the artist for a couple of weeks ago in the portrait presentation. Everyone holding up the Strider Nation signs. I mean, obviously, Strider is going to have the big-time advantage here in his final match with the crowd on his side, Dave. But let's get back to what we all know. Adam Pearce, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He's going to win.
You made a good point, though, before your last idiotic statement, Chris. The crowd very much behind Michael Strider, and in sports and in professional wrestling, there is such a thing as home field advantage. When you have a rabid crowd pushing you, keeping you going, I think it could really be in Michael Strider's favor here tonight.
Well, of course, Dave. Well, duh. I know he's going to have the home field advantage, and it's going to be.
It's going to help him out, Chris.
It is. And despite all that, despite the home field advantage he's had against Adam Pearce in the past, he's still 0-2. Okay? So look at this. You got Mason Hunter and Michael Strider going around. You got the guy with the overalls, and look at all the streamers coming around.
Yes.
This is disrespectful to the four-time former NWA World Champion.
He's getting untangled up. Oh, that's great.
What? Look at that.
He wiped out. He looked like Girthy a few weeks ago.
All this garbage thrown into the ring. Disrespectful to Adam Pearce. He's here, out of town, trying to get a little hospitality, and this is what happened.
Oh, that's one of the funniest moments I've ever seen here in Metro Pro Wrestling. Spun himself into a little tornado and then wiped out in the center of the ring.
Michael Strider finally getting to the ring, and there goes Adam Pearce with half the streamers.
Oh, what a great visual that is.
Michael Strider really milking this final entrance, isn't he, Dave?
Hopefully we'll be doing this again here at the end of the match, Chris. Another confetti celebration.
Look at this, Michael Strider getting tons of adulation in the ring as Stephen J. Girthy, and there he is with Mason Hunter, as Stephen Girthy and Adam Pearce get out while everyone's going to have to clean up this crap now, Dave.
Hey, did Girthy teach Pearce how to fall like that?
What is that supposed to mean?
No, you remember he's like a pro. A few weeks ago he jumped in the ring and spun around and fell just like that. It's almost identical.
Dave, I think he slipped in the same spot that a lot of the guys slip on in there. Right. I don't know what happened, yeah.
Is there a wet spot in there?
I guess so. He must have tripped on that, Dave. I don't know. You know, Stephen J. Girthy is running for commissioner, though, Dave. There's the other commissioner, Kenny.
Yeah,
Pete
finally, the only good one.
Finally, Pete Madden doing something he's good at. Picking up trash.
Strider Nation. Come on, Chris. Show him some respect one time.
Look, I respect Michael Strider, okay?
Oh, clearly.
I don't need to chant. It's deafening in here, Dave.
Got air horns going off. Everybody's on their feet here at Turner Rec Center for the final match of Michael Strider's career.
Look at all these guys loving Michael Strider. This is so unfair. Look, I want to just have a clean, fair wrestling match for Adam Pearce. And I don't think we're going to get it. And what has he done to deserve this kind of treatment other than come in here, entertain the fans, and be a big winner? Huh? Nothing.
Just a huge match here, and Michael Strider and Adam Pearce here. No disqualification, Chris. You mentioned you just wanted a clean wrestling match. I'm sure we'll have some of that, but really, anything goes here. This is going to be a war here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Dave.
Weighing 235 pounds in his final match of his career, Michael Strider!
Final match of his career. It's a weird thing to say, Dave. Regardless if you like him or hate him, Michael Strider will no longer be wrestling here, and that's going to be, he's going to be sorely missed on this roster.
It's a shame that he's hanging it up, and we have jerks like Mark Sterling and Adam Pearce continuing to wrestle. Wish they'd hang it up.
Dave, shut up.
Can this be a retirement match where maybe Strider won't retire, but Pearce will?
You know what? Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we get Pete Madden on this?
Although I'm sure they'd like to change that, just like they changed what you talked about earlier. A couple weeks ago, this was just supposed to be a match. When this match was signed on the contract, the dotted line, you know what? It was not a no disqualification match. Then Pete Madden opens his stupid big mouth, running for commissioner. He wants to get all the fans to vote for him. He says it's a no DQ match, hardcore match, basically. So, yeah, that's going to play in the favor of the guy that loves hardcore matches, Michael Strider.
Well, it's Adam Pearce's fault, Chris, that change. If he wouldn't have crossed the line
here we go.
During that great presentation of the painting, then Pete Madden wouldn't have changed the rules here. And
I still see some painting shards in the hair of Michael Strider, I think.
Shut up,
that
you idiot.
painting going over his head.
That was awful.
You know, that $1,000 painting, Dave, is now in the garbage somewhere. That's where it's at.
Adam Pearce had trouble in the past focusing with the fans all over him here at Turner Rec Center. It looks like that could be an issue again here tonight.
You can wait out there all night, but either way, that ass whooping's happening.
Well, don't make fun of Adam Pearce for getting out of the ring and walking around. He can take all the time he wants, Dave. He's a scientific wrestler.
Or you want it later because he had her, because that ass whooping is happening.
He's gonna kick his butt, Chris. He just said so.
He needs to stop inciting this crowd, Dave. I mean, this crowd takes very little incitement. They're crazy anyway. They don't need anything.
I don't think that would be good strategy for Strider to stop inciting them, Chris. I can see why you're not a manager.
Look at that. Adam Pearce saying he's writing a check that his butt's not going to be able to cash, and that's true. It's been proven. What does Adam Pearce even have to prove here? I can't believe Adam Pearce even put his name on the line in this match. He's already beaten this guy.
He's on a bit of a losing streak himself, isn't he, Chris? Outside of Metro Pro, Adam Pearce is struggling a little.
I'm sorry, Cole Cabana beat him a few times now, Dave.
Yes.
But you know what? Pearce has beaten him, so it doesn't matter. He'll get that world title back very soon, Dave.
What a match here in the main event. The final match of Strider's career and a huge open hand slap to the face.
And look at that. Can't even wrestle. He has to slap like a little girl.
Adam Pearce is down and out on the outside, and the fans love every second of it.
Adam Pearce out there getting people throwing stuff, yelling at him.
You stay away from him.
Look, Girthy knows how to lay it down, telling Mason Hunter, the former pro wrestler, back off.
Yeah, he's a little scared as he says it, Chris. He didn't want to get too close, did he?
Hey, he's running for commissioner, Dave. He's trying to keep safety and order here, okay?
Well, that would be a first, since he backstabbed Michael Strider just 2 weeks ago with the whole painting deal.
Michael Strider says he's ready for Adam Pearce to finally get in here, and he's going to. Don't worry about it, Michael. Your butt kicking's coming.
These two lock it up here in the center of the ring, and Pearce bear hugging a big slap of his own. Oh, but Strider returns the favor. And wiggling around like a dead fish, Chris.
No, Pearce telling him to back off, and he should. Martin Thomas, the referee, needs to abide by what Adam Pearce tells him. Pearce knows more about rules than any referee we have.
I don't think there were any rules violations there, Chris. It was a clean open hand smack.
No, he's between the ropes. Back him off. And look, he's getting more strategery there from Stephen J. Girthy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just a fountain of knowledge there, Girthy.
Yes. Hey, Girthy has known Strider for years, Dave. He knows his weaknesses.
I think I overheard Girthy. He was asking Pearce if he should get nachos or a dog at the concession stand.
Why do you always have to make fun of Girthy? The guy's lost like 30 pounds.
I didn't say anything about his weight. I just heard that's what he just asked him.
No, you just have to talk about food all the
late
time.
Late night snack, Chris.
Why? Here come the chants. Let's just have a nice match, okay, crowd?
Wait. You just want a nice match?
Yes,
what just happened to you?
I want to show Adam Pearce that we have a nice crowd, a nice environment for here.
Oh, not a clean break, but Strider saw it coming. Huge knife edge chop.
It was a clean break. How long's he got to back off him? 10 minutes? Look at this, and Strider gets him in the corner. Those are close fists, referee.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, of course it is for
fine,
you.
Chris. It's his final match, and it is a no DQ match, if you recall. Whoa! Sent him airborne with that flare chop.
It is no DQ. It wasn't even signed that way. Did I mention that already?
Yeah, you cried about it 3 times now.
Here we go. What's he going to
here?
do? He's going to suplex him into the chairs?
It's no DQ. He just choked him out on the rope.
He's telling the crowd to get out of the way, Dave.
Oh, my God. What's he going to do here, Chris?
No. Don't do that.
Oh, I think Pearce may have seen it coming. He's trying to block it.
Look, he's trying to suplex him in, Dave. Oh, this is not going to be good.
Who's going to hit it, Chris?
Look at Girthy, yes! Girthy running over and grabbing the leg of Strider.
Oh, the little snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Oh!
Strider flying into the chairs. He thought he was going to do it to Pearce, but thanks to Girthy, Strider's the one wearing chairs on his back.
Oh, and Strider's down and out, Chris. Hopefully he's just got the wind knocked out of him, but he's got a hard fall into those chairs.
Look at that guy, Pearce. He's measuring him up, Dave. Here's a suicide dive.
Oh! And Pearce had to crush his own head, too, in that move.
Look at that, Pearce. Look at the size of that guy. How far he flew, Dave. That suicide dive. He almost made it to the stage.
I'll give him credit, Chris. I had no idea Adam Pearce had that kind of heart.
My goodness.
Completely sacrificing his body there to punish Michael Strider.
And Martin Thomas telling him to back off a little bit, give Strider a little room. I don't know why, it's no DQ. But look at Pearce just fly through the crowd, fly through the air. This is the greatest of ease, Dave. He looked like a trapeze artist. Look at his big smile on his face. He's no worse for wear. Can't say that for Strider, though. I think he busted his sternum on that.
I have to agree with you for once. Michael Strider certainly the worst for wear after that big exchange outside the ring.
Look, Strider in the crowd and Pearce following him over there. Look at he's biting his head, Dave.
It's not funny, Chris.
No DQ.
Now you like it, huh?
We've always wanted the no DQ match, Dave.
What?
It's fun with me right now.
What, right now? Yeah.
After they backstabbed him, look, sitting on the lap of Santa Claus. Look, he's trying to tear open the head of Michael Strider.
Come on, Santa, hit him with your cane.
His skin's paper thin there anyway, Dave. It's been busted open more times than Ric Flair and Abdul the Butcher combined.
Oh, don't destroy the concession stand. Girthy won't be able to handle it.
Here we go. No!
Oh!
Pierce thrown on top of the table there. Not a lot of damage done, though, thank goodness, but what's Strider going to do now?
You may have spoken too soon, Chris. The table, full weight of it across the back of Adam Pearce.
That hurt my back, Dave. That's how my back feels when I carry you on this broadcast. It hurts.
Shut up, you moron.
Pearce is down.
Pay attention to what's happening here. Your boy Adam Pearce is taking a beating right now.
Pearce is finally up. Look, another trash can filled with garbage and those stupid streamers.
Oh, yeah, get him in touch with that garbage. That's right where he belongs.
Well, Strider knows all about playing in the garbage. You're right. Look at that, just stuffing those streamers in the face. He can't breathe.
Have a little snack, Pearce. Ha.
Martin Thomas, get him back in the ring. This is horrible. And look, Pearce has him stuck in his mouth, Dave.
Oh, that's great. It's like one of those magicians, Chris. He got that trick from the Magic Man.
Oh, it's real funny, David. Look, head first into the post. Magic Man is so much more efficient with his streamers, Dave. Michael Strider down on the ground, and Pearce, look, he is back in control, Dave. That took all 5 seconds. Look, he's taking the ring bell hammer.
Oh, come on.
It's no DQ.
I know it's no DQ, but this is too much.
Look at this. He's pulling up Strider. He's got that hammer, Dave. Look, Strider's busted open.
No.
Yes, just gouge it open.
Oh,
Yes.
come on.
Yes. Strider looks like a stuffed pig, Dave.
Where's Mason Hunter? He's got to get in there and help his friend.
Mason Hunter shouldn't be involved.
Oh, now he's biting him.
How's the blood taste?
Adam Pearce doing his best True Blood impression here, Chris.
It's like a very rare steak right there, Dave.
Very rare, no doubt about it. As Strider now cut open and gushing blood here in the final match of his career.
Did you just make a vampire reference?
Well, he wasn't eating the blood off his forehead, Chris.
Yeah.
Shut up, Pearce, you jerk.
Why aren't they chanting it now? I don't understand. Look at Pearce just hammering away on that busted open forehead of Michael Strider. And how fitting, Dave, that Michael Strider gush open blood on his final match. He did that so many times in his career, it's pathetic.
Yeah, sorry he has heart, Chris, and he fights and keeps winning matches even when he's been bloodied, and look at that.
Look at that, Dave. He looks like my uncle when he shoots a doe or a buck, just hanging him up there like that. Smile for the picture as the big leg drop on the apron.
Starting to look like Ric Flair back in the day, Chris.
Yes. Well, Ric Flair is Michael Strider's favorite wrestler, Dave, so it's fitting.
Strider keeps trying to fight, but he is really in some trouble right now, Chris. I don't even know. Oh, come on. I don't know how much longer he's going to be conscious.
Oh, man, just continue. Look, he's getting in that blonde hair. Oh, yes, nice thumb to the eye by Adam Pearce. That always works. Throws him back in the ring. Now Pearce can finish this once and for all.
I don't even know if I can watch this, Chris. This is terrible.
Well, leave the room. I don't need you here. I can call it fair and square like I normally do.
Yeah, right. I don't think that's ever happened to Strider. Like I said, he keeps trying to fight, Chris, but Adam Pearce just keeps beating him back down.
Oh, Strider's showing some signs of life here, though, Dave. Swinging back on Pearce's midsection. I think he's just on adrenaline now. I see his eyes, but I don't think anybody's home right now.
Well, he's like a boxer, Chris, that's taking a beating, but he refuses to quit.
Look at this. Strider asking the crowd to count with him. No! Yes! Pearce!
Oh.
Out of the corner, slamming him down. Thank goodness. As the blood continues to flow. Yes, Girthy says throw in the towel, Mason Hunter. If you're a real friend, Mason, you throw in the towel. Do a little Bob Backlund. He is.
Pearce saying that Michael Strider is done, but in his final career match, Strider is still moving around. He doesn't look done to me.
Farmer blow on the face of Michael Strider, Dave.
Disgusting.
You know how many farmers do that in the state of Kansas? All of them.
They blow snot on other people?
Oh, well, out in the field. Well, probably. They do that too. Here we go. Whipping him into the corner. No! Strider moves out of the way and Pearce is reeling.
But how much does Strider have left in the tank? A couple big chops for sure.
Oh!
Uh-oh. And it's no DQ, Chris. He can do whatever he wants now.
This is unfair. This is not the match that he signed up for. Get him out of the ropes, Martin Thomas. What's a part of a fan?
Yes.
A box fan? No.
Oh, go get a steel chair next.
Oh, look, he's beating the head of Pearce and he's getting more stuff. What is this, a tray?
Yes.
No!
No DQ, Chris. He can do whatever he wants.
This is horrible.
Oh.
I think the metal broke in half on his cranium.
What's next?
Is that a keyboard?
Why wouldn't he have a keyboard, Chris?
What is that, from a Commodore 64? That's old! Yes!
Oh, Pearce saw it coming, though.
Look, he's asking for Girthy to help him out. Girthy should be helping him. Come on, yes, thank you. Thank goodness, that's what a manager's there for.
Get that tub of goo away from the ringside, if you ask me.
Here we go. He's got the keyboard, Dave. Apple IIc.
No, it shattered. Did you see that? What an impact.
I think the letters loser are spelled out on his head, Dave.
How did he kick out, though?
How did that happen? Oh, and this crowd continuing to chant on Strider for some unknown reason.
Why do you keep acting so confused, like people would like Adam Pearce ever?
I don't know. He's a four-time champion, Dave. Why wouldn't you like him? Here we go. Irish whip reversal, though.
Oh, what a huge running lariat by Pearce.
Here we go, Davis finisher, pile driver.
Oh, he hit it, Chris.
It's over.
Right in the center of the ring.
Here we go. 2, 3.
No.
What?
Pearce can't believe it, but Strider's kicked out.
Look at Pearce's face, Dave. He can't believe Martin. I think Martin Thomas, he's got a long relationship around Michael Strider. He counted slow on
come
purpose.
on, Chris. That was a great count. Strider's just got more heart than you thought.
Adam Pearce cannot believe that he has not won this after that pile driver. Who isn't taken out by a pile driver, Dave? Look at him, the whimpering sack of skin. It's horrible. Put him out of his misery. Yes, Girthy's holding him now. Here we go. Yes, look, Mason Hunter is in trouble. No!
Oh!
Look at
Girthy
Girthy landing on his back. Lightning spiral.
That's his finisher, Chris. Strider's hit it.
No! Stop! No! Yes!
Oh.
Yes, thank goodness.
Oh, and I thought Strider was going to win with his finisher and ride off into the sunset.
Oh my goodness, it was so close. Each of these men with their final finishing maneuvers on each of them, and both of them kicking out, but Strider now getting a 4th win?
He's hulking up, Chris.
And look at Pearce, he's calling for a timeout, and he should get a timeout.
Not calling for a timeout, Chris, he's praying. Probably what he should be doing. He's got a ticked off Michael Strider stalking him down right now.
Look, he's just asking for a little time.
Oh, come on. What a cheap move.
It worked. And he's going to the top, and no!
Oh, that works too, right in the family jewels.
Oh, Strider hit that top rope and crotching him on top there. What a superplex!
Oh, if he hits this, it's gotta be over.
Look, how can Strider even see? He's got blood all over his eyes. Look, headbutts by Pearce, and he's down. Thank goodness, crisis averted.
Now all the way to the top rope is Scrap Iron.
Here we go!
Oh, going for the Macho Man elbow, but he whiffed on it, Chris.
Can you imagine getting hit by a flying elbow by Adam Pearce, Dave?
Can you imagine hitting a flying elbow into the mat instead of hitting a wrestler?
Well, I saw it happen.
I'm sure that felt pretty bad, Chris.
Oh, Mason Hunter now trying to get involved here in this match. Nothing like Stephen J. Girthy did, though.
I was going to say, he's been a letdown compared to what Girthy's been doing.
And look, Strider's hair is pink now, thanks to all the blood he's had.
Blocking the punch from Pearce. Strider now with some of his own.
Here
again, it's a no DQ match. Anything goes.
Into the corner.
Oh, what a move by Strider.
Spinning heel kick into the corner on Pearce. Back into the corner, Pearce goes. Big elbow.
Flying through the air with the elbow now. Big running clothesline, and Pearce went airborne.
Look at that spiral Pearce did. Get up.
Referee with a bit of a slow count there. I agree with you, Chris.
The referee is finally up to a regular 3 count now.
What? Strider.
That was like a perfect metronome, Dave.
Can Strider finish this off?
And look, Pearce finally rolling over, but both of these men have been through a war, Dave.
No doubt about it. It's going to be the final match of his career for Michael Strider, but this match will take a toll on the career of Adam Pearce, too.
And Pearce whipped into the ropes. Telegraphed by Strider. Look at this, another pile driver!
Oh, it's got to be it now. He hit him with another one.
Right on the head, Dave. It's over.
Oh, the great career of Michael Strider, I think, is over. He kicked out again.
2 pile drivers?
And look at Adam Pearce. He cannot believe it.
This referee is horrible. Doesn't even know 3. He's been around for 30 years. I think he would have picked up how to count to 3.
How did Michael Strider kick out?
And Pearce is going out as Mason Hunter gets the crowd behind Strider. Pearce goes outside, gets a chair. And here it's time to play, Dave. No DQ, as Pearce wanted it, brings the chair inside. He's gonna whack the head. What, Martin Thomas has to steal the chair away. All of a sudden, the no DQ match, he takes a chair.
I take back what I said, Chris. This is a great referee here.
How is he taking the chair? It's no disqualification. He should beat the crap out of Martin Thomas.
What's he setting him up here for, Chris? I don't think he's gonna hit him with it. I think he's gonna toss it head first into it at full speed.
Strider looks like he's just hanging over there by dear life, and Pearce is gonna go over there and throw him into this chair, Dave, and end it once and for all. Here we go. Oh, big boot by Strider.
Now reversal.
Oh, both of them kicking each other, but look, Strider into the corner now. Winds up. Oh, big forearm shot by Pearce.
Oh, Strider's wobbling.
No!
Oh, maybe he was playing possum there.
A little Toro move there, Dave.
Now he's got the steel chair, yes.
Looked like an Olay move, and Pearce goes straight to the chair. And Strider wants to win it without the chair. How noble. He's gonna lose.
Wow, that is admirable. You're right, Chris.
No, it's a joke, Dave. Look at Pearce. He's now Martin Thomas is walking away.
Crawling away is Adam Pearce, Chris.
Michael Strider thinks he's in charge, but he doesn't know that Pearce is playing possum too, Dave.
Oh, wow, he's quite an actor, Chris. Look at that.
Look at that, he's busted open. And Strider's just grinding his fist into the head of Adam Pearce. Who would do such a thing?
Man, Pearce is really selling this, Chris. I thought he was legitimately hurt. He's playing possum, though, right?
Look, why is he getting the hammer? Who would do that? That's horrible.
I thought you said it was horrible when he didn't cheat. This is great. I've always loved things like this.
He's going to take the hammer, the jagged end of the hammer,
Oh,
Dave,
yeah.
and just slice it into the head of Adam Pearce.
Turnabout is fair play, Chris.
Martin Thomas, he's not doing anything about it, Dave.
Looks like an artist, Chris.
Oh.
Pearce destroyed his painting. Now he's making a work of art there on his forehead.
Hey, just because Rob Schamberger's in the house, Dave, doesn't mean you have to talk about artwork. Let's get back to the match.
Pearce just struck, or Strider just struck the referee, but I'm okay with that for once.
He barely touched the referee. They're friends. Look at the cane. The cane's out, Dave.
That's gotta be the cane, Chris.
Come on. Pierce in the corner, whipped into the corner by Strider. Oh, yes. Just when you thought Strider was going to win, he goes shoulder first into the ring post.
You're right, I thought he was about to finish off the crap daddy, but instead, Pearce moves out of the way.
You know what? You're really brave up here calling him all these names.
Now I'm gonna kill you in front of everybody.
Yes!
Because I hate you. And all these people, I don't want to hear Strider Nation.
I feel the same way. What he said, I ditto, okay? And this crowd really on its feet now, Dave. They really want Scrap Iron to win it.
Like that's not who they're cheering for at all, Chris. And look, Strider, he avoided the pile driver.
No!
He hit it again, Chris.
Lightning spiral! Get up!
The leg is hooked.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
I swear the referee's hand at the mat, Chris.
Yes, Martin Thomas is a great referee. Didn't count the 3, and Adam Pearce kicks out of his second lightning spiral.
But Strider, unlike Pearce, it looks like he's staying focused. He's not in disbelief. He's gonna go for another one, Chris.
Mason Hunter telling him to finish him, and Strider says, one more lightning spiral, please don't hit it. Adam Pearce, he's telling you what he's gonna do, please stop him.
Oh, third one has to be it if he hits it, wouldn't you think, Chris?
Here we go, the finishing maneuver that was created by Michael Strider, the lightning spiral, and he's got Adam Pearce for it. What is he pointing to all the fans for?
Oh, Gerthy yelling no at ringside, but I think it's going to be a yes here for Strider. Oh, he hit it again,
No!
Chris. This has to be it.
No!
1, 2, 3.
No!
Michael Strider has done it, Chris. In the ending to one of the greatest careers here in the Midwest, Michael Strider caps it off with a huge victory.
3 lightning spirals it took to take out the former 4-time NWA World Champion, but Michael Strider in his final match gets the biggest win of his career by defeating Adam Pearce.
You gotta feel good for Strider. You can see the emotions washing over him now. His friend Mason Hunter in the ring to celebrate with him, and like I said, his great career has come to an end. And well, I don't know if you do, Chris, but anyone with a heart has to feel good for Michael Strider right now.
Dave, I've always told you, Michael Strider, above all, is a great competitor. It's going to be a huge loss to the Midwest and to the nation, to the country, to the world, that he's going to stop wrestling, because this guy has a lot to offer. He's one of the best in the Midwest of all time. So much heart this guy had. And I guess in some ways, Dave, it is pretty nice that he's going out as a winner in his final retirement match against Adam Pearce.
Fans giving him a standing ovation here at Turner Rec Center. Look at Michael Strider celebrating with his wife.
There's his wife, Lily. Gonna have plenty of time to go home and see his wife after this, Dave. It's all over for him. The final match of his career in Kansas City goes out victorious against Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, and now wiping away the blood that
Look at a
he
good
shed.
wipe, wiping away the blood.
The crowd on their feet, Dave. Very happy to see Michael Strider go out as a winner. Like I said, started 15 years ago. Look at this. Adam Pearce in, and Strider wants a handshake.
Will Pearce shake his hand?
Just went through a war. Look at that.
Great sign of sportsmanship, and I'm actually shocked that Pearce would do it. Give him some credit for that.
Adam Pearce realizing what a war that was that these two went out on, and Michael Strider finishing his career in And the guy that he handpicked, Dave, he wanted his final match to be against that man, Adam Pearce, and Pearce realizes that, yes, like you said, sportsmanship reigns supreme. It doesn't usually happen, but it does tonight.
Yeah, I like it for once. I'm sure you're probably disgusted, but Pearce showing he is at least somewhat human. And Strider continuing to celebrate a great end to a great career here tonight.
Join Metro Pro Wrestling 24/7 on social media. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MetroProKC. On Twitter, you can follow us at KCMetroPro. Our YouTube page is located at youtube.com/KCMetroPro. And finally, our company website with all of our live event dates over at MetroWrestling.com.
Thank you, Strider. Chants coming up from the fans here. We should say thank you. Michael Strider's made a huge impact on professional wrestling here in the Midwest.
We'll be seeing Adam Pearce back here, Dave. Coming back July 2012, he is facing Colt Cabana in match 4 of their 7 Levels of Hate series.
Do we have to see him again?
2 out of 3 falls match. If he wins, he becomes the new NWA World Champion in Kansas City, but he goes down tonight as a loser to Michael Strider, and here comes the entire locker room, Dave, as they want to pay respects to one of the guys that helped pave the way for all of them, Michael Strider.
More streamers making their way into the ring, Chris. What a great moment here as everyone, like you said, coming out to pay homage to Michael Strider.
15 years is a long time to know a man, and that's how long I've known Strider my entire adult life. We came into this business together, and I am so honored to be here on the night when you go out. I've known you a long time, and I'm sad to see Strider go. But I am so glad that Justin is here and is going to be my friend for the rest of my life. I love you, man.
I'm going to miss every single one of you, and I seriously mean that. 15 years is a long time to be in any profession, especially professional wrestling. It's been my distinct honor, my pleasure every night to come out and wrestle in front of every one of you. Whether you've been with me for 15 years like that guy, or if you just watched me for the first time this next 2 years like these guys. Every time I came out here, it was always my goal to give you every ounce of energy and every ounce of love that I had in my heart, and I hope that you guys felt that too. This all started because a little boy named Justin Appleberry would sit on his father's lap when he was a little kid and watch Ric Flair and Harley Race wrestle. My father is a Vietnam veteran who was disabled, lost both his legs in the war. Was man enough to come back to the United States, marry some smoking hot candy striper in the hospital, and that man with no legs raised 7 kids and a bunch of grandkids. I think we're all pretty good looking, and I think we have those 2 over there to thank for it. Mom, I know you hated to see your baby boy bleeding and getting beat up every night, but you don't have to worry anymore. It's been 50 years, and thanks for the support, even though it made you so nervous every time. Thank you. The best part of being a professional wrestler are these guys all along here. The best part of being a professional wrestler is getting to know a man like Rick Sterling. Being able to hang out with a man like Trippy White, Tyler Cook, Dingo, Crow, Bray Young. These are all some of my best and dearest friends. And through all the bad times and good times, I wouldn't trade 1 ounce of sadness for a shot at not getting to know you, Mark. It's my proudest thing. To all the boys, I love you all. Thank you very, very much. You're the best part of the boys. Thank you. And every single one of you players, anybody ever in any small town or in the big cities, whoever gave a shit about Michael Strider, thank you, because I gave a shit about you too. And I never thought there'd be anything that'd take me away from pro wrestling until I met a little 5'2" Puerto Rican girl named Lily. I would do anything in the world she asked me to, and you don't have to worry about me being gone anymore, baby. I'm home. Thank you very much, everyone.